The Bible talks a lot about music, even in the very earliest chapters. The first book of the Bible, Genesis, in chapter 4, tells us about a man named Jubal, a man God gave a special gift of music. It says he was the father of all those who play the lyre and pipe. And then we have King David, who wrote many of the Psalms. We have an entire book of the Bible that is just songs. And then in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, Paul tells Christians that they are to encourage each other by singing to each other, singing together, and making melody to the Lord with your heart. And so for the next 6 weeks, we're going to be practicing how to do that, how we can make music together to honor God. Before we can play, there are a few things we'll need to learn. Through the next few weeks, we'll learn some theory. That means the names of the notes, how to count beats, things like that. But the first thing is we need to learn how to position it and the names of the parts. We have a song for the parts of it. Do you know the tin whistle, the tin whistle, the tin whistle? Do you know the tin whistle? These are its parts. Barrel, fipple, mouthpiece, finger holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left hand on top. Now, when you are ready to blow it, the most important thing is to have your fingers in just the right position. If any air gets through the holes because your finger isn't covering it quite the whole way, it's going to make a really loud screechy sound, and everyone around you may want to put their hands over their ears. So it takes a little trial and error, but some things you can do. Look at your fingertips. See how the part where it's the widest, the squishiest, that is the part that you want to put directly over the hole to give it the best chance of covering it completely. If your fingers are still too small, you can get some stickers. There's little circle stickers that they put over notebook paper to reinforce it in a binder, and you can use those to cover a little bit of the hole and help when little fingers can't get it all the way. Then once you have your fingers centered just right, squeeze it a little bit just to make sure there's no air sneaking in. Now there's 2 different ways you can blow into it. If you blow softly, that's going to give you a lower note. This tin whistle is in the key of D. That means our lowest note that we start on is D, and then at the very end, when we get to the end of our octave, that will be a higher D. If you blow harder into the tin whistle, that's going to give you higher notes, an octave above. So if you blow softly, it'll sound like this. And then if you blow harder, you can get the higher notes. And I will stop there because the higher I get, it sounds more and more shrill and just painful to the ears. You have to blow really hard to get those top notes. And I don't want to blast anyone's ears more than I probably just did. So when we are ready to play, we're going to play soft notes for our song, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm going to scoot a little closer and hopefully not blast your eardrums, but that way you can watch the fingering. You may notice I actually have my right hand on top so that you can mirror image when you are practicing at home. So that's a brief intro to the tin whistle, and we'll be practicing those things when I see you in class.